Yeah, I think we should just video you eating right now.
No. Just no.
Too late. Stop that and just take the phone out and see if
And that's time well spent with He Said, She Said. We got them sitting in the back room tonight. We're going to have them on shortly. We're going to talk about all things music tonight. A whole bunch of really cool stuff going on. We've got some new music being released this month. Nobody approved the track, the title track to the album. Nobody approved by My Wicked Twin. That is Brent Durner's sixth studio album. That comes out July the 4th. Toxic by Green Ink comes out July the 4th. On July 11th, we've got Together We Rock by GM Blacktop, brand new single by him. Hangman's Tree by Helix. That is off their White Lace and Black Leather album. That's been all remastered by moi. Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff happening. All happening here at 80 Tunes Records. And here's a couple of people from the label themselves. Jessica.
Hi.
hello.
Good to have you here tonight. I'm going to switch things around here a little bit, and I'm going to get rid of this thing here. So let me just get rid of that source. There we go.
There you are.
Guys over on that side of the screen. There we go.
Perfect.
So, you guys playing some summer gigs, are you?
Oh yeah.
We are. It's getting busy.
We've got
Getting
it.
busy.
We've got 2 this week.
Yeah.
3 including this, but
Yeah.
it's not playing.
It's not a show, but it's a show. We're
Chatting and drinking some wine.
That's right.
And you guys get to play. You guys get to play like wineries and breweries and stuff like that, right?
Sometimes, not as much as you'd think. Like there are some around here, but a lot of them don't do. Like the more local ones don't do a lot of live entertainment. They have like open mics, things like that. But I'm sure that might change. I don't know. But like the town itself, like Hanover and Walkerton, they put on a lot of different events.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like tomorrow night we're playing the Hanover Drive-In, which is actually a pretty cool gig. Tell them about that more.
Yeah, the Hanover Drive-In.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool.
It's actually so there's a program, like it's a YFC thing, Youth for Christ thing, but it's the deck is in Hanover, and they're
it's like
having
a skate park.
A fundraiser. Well, the skate park is
the skate
there,
park
but
is called the deck.
They have people who take care of like youth and kids who need a place to hang out after school or whatever. Right. It's a really cool program.
So it's a kind of a fundraiser for that.
Yeah, this is a fundraiser. There's like bouncy castles.
Yeah, it's a whole family event thing.
Food, there's barbecue and all sorts of stuff happening tomorrow. And then tomorrow night from 5 until 9:30 is just the events. At 9:30 they're starting 2 movies. So How to Train Your Dragon, the live one, and then the new Karate Kid.
And we're the entertainment before that. So
So from 8 to 9 we're just playing some songs and
so it's kind of fun.
Happy and singing along.
Raise some money for the youth. And then
awesome.
And then the Saturday in Walkerton, we're playing a thing called Music in the Park. So there's a small little park actually right beside where Jess and I work at Walker's Landing. So right main drag in Walkerton. And they do music in the park, and we're playing there from 1 till 3 in the afternoon on Saturday. So it's always a good time. People just bring their lawn chairs and blankets, hang out and just listen to tunes and chill.
You guys aren't too far from Collingwood. Don't do some outdoor stuff in Collingwood as well?
No, I mean, that's definitely on our radar for sure.
They do some.
Yeah.
We just haven't gotten in there.
We haven't really had time to reach out to them yet. That's kind of on our list of.
To be honest,
though,
like we haven't reached out really to anybody this year. We've gotten
all
our gigs that people have come to us and asked us. So
nice.
It's been kind of neat that way because we've just been like booking up and we're like, okay, we don't even have time to ask places.
It's kind of nice too. Like, I mean, I try to. Like I did the same thing last summer. I didn't proactively look for shows.
Yeah.
Because I knew that there would be enough that would come our way. Because if that way we're open for when those good gigs do come up, we don't have to turn anyone down. We know we're going to be free, and it works out well too. And especially with our work too, like what we do as servers, we work a lot of weekends, so we got to limit how much we play as well. Like I would love to play every weekend if I could, and I'm sure we could arrange that. We could get the gigs if we, put it out there. But I mean, from what we've got and the gigs we've got, between that and our work schedule, it keeps us pretty busy anyway. So we're pretty happy with that.
That's excellent. And there's like Terry and Andrea have their community stage going too.
We were going to play with them on the 23rd, just this past Monday. But my manager was gone from work and really needed us there, so I had to turn it down. Yeah, we had a big party. But our work's usually so good for giving us time off. I mean, so I wanted to make sure that they were okay. I didn't want to make our manager come in when she wanted the day off, sort of thing. So that's why we didn't play it this Monday. But I think we're playing with them on August 2nd, though, at the Ripley reunion, which is a small town near here, Ripley, believe it or not. And anyway, so it's a small town, and goodness. I know. And we're doing. I am a dad. It's true. So we're opening the stage for them, which will be a real fun time. And that's August 2nd. Yeah. So and then I think they're thinking of having us, I believe, on their stage again sometime this summer as well in Kincardine, which we did last year too, and it's fun.
So for those of you that don't know, that's Terry Marsh and Andrea Matchett from Boiler Beach.
And they are awesome,
wonderful,
and they have a portable, mobile stage.
Yeah, it's super cool. Awesome. We had the honor to play on that last year, and it's so fun. The setup to that thing is genius.
And haven't they been doing like some sort of live music thing on a regular basis up in Kincardine?
Well, that's where it is.
Every Monday night?
No, I think it's just once a month. I could be wrong there, but that's what we were to play on this past Monday was that, and they do it once a month, and they raise money for a local charity. Each month, a different one.
Great.
So they have a bunch of different acts that play, and they basically give the stage up, and they kind of headline it, and then let us play, or whoever wants to go play, and it's a blast, man. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a real cool setup. I mean, it's a real cool setup. And I told them that something they should be thinking about is going around southwestern Ontario and setting up pop-up concerts.
Absolutely. Yeah. Those would be. Yeah. Why not?
Because I think the whole thing has a generator that will run it as well.
Yeah, I think it's just ran on a generator, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
So show up in the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
Why not? Do the Walmart.
Other trailers
do the Walmart
that
tour.
Don't do music do that all the time. So why not?
That's right. Show up in the Walmart parking lot. Set up the portable event.
Concert
event.
Follow them
trailer around. And you got a food truck to follow them around. There's a good idea.
There you go.
There you go.
Sell some sausages,
and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Serve Blue Moon, and then we could sing Blue Moon.
That's right. Get a liquor license for our food truck. We're set.
Amsterdam, man. Big wheels keep on turning.
Brent says hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, who's that?
Brent Durner from Red D Film.
Love that guy. Love that guy.
Dean Boharnish is joining us from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Yeah,
cheers to a hot summer evening.
It is. It's actually cool that we had a huge heat wave here. The last couple of days have been brutal, but it's nice now. It's cooled down a little bit. Still pretty warm out, but it's nice now. We went to the beach today.
44 degrees here the other day.
Oh yeah, same here, man. Same here.
And
it was ridiculous.
Our pool's been like a balmy 86 degrees. So
It's crazy.
You go swimming and then you get out. It got cooler getting out last night. Got back in the pool to warm up. I was like, what is happening right now?
Getting in the pool when the heat wave started was a big shock because the water was still pretty cool in the pool.
Yeah.
Because we had all that cold weather, right? Like I remember, we put the pool up, we filled it, and all of a sudden the weather got cold. It was like 65, 70 degrees. Like, what the heck?
I know.
Yeah.
But
Taylor Williams.
I'd rather these days than winter any day.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Williams says hi. I love he said, she said.
Hello.
We love you too, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor.
And hi, Sarah.
Kyle Alt is joining us. Hey, Kenny, he said, she said, great show again.
Cheers.
Kyle is with a Bedard's End. They're down in the U.S.
Okay, cool.
And his buddy Steve Sudgeon. They're going to be on the show August 4th, I believe.
Nice. All right.
They've won a whole bunch of awards for their music down in the States, so that's kind of cool. They're an independent artist.
Amazing.
As well.
That's amazing.
Cheers.
Sarah says, I'm a huge groupie, big fan of this duo.
Thanks, Sarah.
We love Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah's a sweetheart.
Fellow Walkertonian.
Yep. Yeah.
And so you guys have some regular followers that go to your shows, which is really, really cool. You're building a decent following.
Yeah.
I think you're getting close to like 2,000 followers on Facebook now.
Yeah, I think we're just between we're close to 1,700 at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not bad, man. I mean, it's a lot of work, right? Like it's over time, and it's just keep out one day at a time, and you get one follower here and there, and it builds up.
It's a lot of work. I mean, people don't realize how much work it is as an independent to sort of get people to listen to your music and to get people to follow you. It's not an easy road to hoe.
No, it's not. It's a lot of people don't realize that doing the independent stuff is well, I mean, we do a lot of cover stuff too.
Yeah.
Right.
Even that, I mean, to the way social media works now, it's a lot of behind the scenes, as you know this, Ken, more than anybody. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes into it. It's not just a plug and play gig anymore. It's you got to do the work. I mean, we could probably do more.
Well,
but we're busy too,
but
right?
It takes time, and that's it.
That's
like when you have a busy life and it's summer, end of school, like kids graduating.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's just so much going on, and so it's trying to keep up with that and work, full time, and also like
we're trying to write stuff too,
music.
and do like and work on original stuff, and then our regular gigs kind of get, not that they get in the way of that, but it does take time because we have to practice for those, add new songs depending on the venue, what have you, and then so then we don't always get time to write, which to me that's where I love to write. That's what I love to do.
Fun.
Yeah,
we've
and
got
you
all
guys,
these songs in the works, but we can't get to them, so it's tough.
You guys are at the place where you got you want to put out some more music. You got 4 singles out to date.
Yep.
And that your following is pretty reflective of the streams that you're getting in terms of people playing your music. Which is really kind of neat when you look at people interacting with your music,
right?
And what's happening there. You guys have went from 0 to 158 regular followers on Spotify, which is which puts you about 1/5 of the way to that 1,000. That's the magic number that I always tell people. If you can get 1,000 regular followers on Spotify, that's a really cool thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
From this time last year, from June 25th of 2024 to June 24th of this year, which is yesterday, you guys have amassed 9,259 streams.
Nice. Yay.
You've been added to 117 playlists. You had 1,362 regular listeners over the last year.
Cool. I love how you bring out our stats.
Yeah.
and so the cool thing about that is that you're building an organic audience.
That's just it. And that's what, I mean, to some, those numbers are good. To some, they're like, oh, it's pretty low. But I'm all about the organic followers rather than, I mean, numbers are great, but it has to be real, right?
Yeah.
Well, and you only have 4 singles out though, so think about it.
And that goes back to my whole thing about, like, we've got all these songs that we've written, and we've worked on, and we're in the process of working on and recording. It's just getting the time to do it, and it's tough. It's that's our biggest struggle, I think, right now.
Well, I would expect that, when the cooler weather comes, that's when you're going to have maybe a little more time for this, because you guys get a lot more gigs in the summer than you do through the winter, right?
It. Yeah, absolutely, especially around this area.
And the restaurant's busier too. We need more people at the restaurant because
that's our busy season for sure.
Patio and everything. So
it
takes a lot.
I mean, not only that, but like we've also been in plays together too. So that took up a lot of our time, right? So Jess is in the third play coming up with Terry Marsh, actually, from Boyle Beach. So it's going to be a good production for sure. So
you guys have got a lot of stuff going on. Plus, you guys have day gigs. You guys are both servers at the same restaurant,
right? Yep.
And it's a very busy restaurant, a really nice restaurant with really good food.
Yeah, because you've been there.
Yes, and the burgers are killer. I mean, they're like great big, thick, juicy burgers. So if you want to go for a burger and a beer, or any great food and a great cold drink, go to Walker's Landing in Walkerton, and you can see Shane and Jess. Maybe they'll even come to your table and sing for your dinner.
We will.
We do. I do. When I serve Blue Moon, every time I serve a Blue Moon, I sing Blue Moon.
She always. I'll be on the other side of the bar, and I'm like, I can hear her singing. I'm like, someone's getting a Blue Moon right now.
If someone orders an Amsterdam Big Wheel, I sing Big Wheels Keep on Turning.
Yeah, she starts singing Proud Mary. Should we find a way to sing every day?
Oh,
at least it's not a full moon. If it was a full moon, you'd have to moon them, and I don't.
That's my job.
I know. Full moon. That's right.
Full moon.
We got a song that we're writing called "Full Moon Flight." So
we do. Yeah, listen for that one.
I'll be singing that one.
Yeah, you guys have a bunch of different tunes. I mean, you guys wrote a song about Walkerton. Shane, you started writing a song about that as well.
Yeah, that was.
Wait, he's talking about.
Alleys of Walkerton. Yeah, Alleys of Walkerton. So as you know, we were going to release it, and we got some feedback on it, and I couldn't really disagree with that feedback that it wasn't our best recording to date. I'm going to be completely transparent here. And we listened back again, and we're like, you know what? We rushed it. We rushed it for sure. So now we've gone back, we've re-recorded it. We went to Lars's studio to lay down the drums and bass at the same time with Ryan Spong, so we could find that pocket.
My goodness,
and it's sounding great now. So it's in the process. Lars has all the tracks now. We redid some vocals. Lars has all the tracks now, so it's up to him to do his magic. And once that's done, he'll be send it my way to get some advice on tweaking, and then hopefully it'll be out soon. I'll let you know of when it's done, and we can look at it.
I always tell people you should never be in a rush to put music out, because what you want to do is you want to get it sounding, just right.
Right. Well, you want to be proud of it before you can just let it go, right? Because if you're not proud of it, how can you expect anyone else to be proud of it or like it?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and it's about raising the bar on whatever you've done previously.
That's
right?
just it. Constantly challenge yourself to make it better, right? So why put out that's than what you did before, for sure.
Yeah.
So one of the things I know some people do that are on the label, they have sort of focus groups that they send the music to.
Yeah, and that's also something we're working on too. So we have a well-knit group of friends that are not musicians themselves, but they definitely know music very well. Yeah. Know what they like, know what sounds good. And we've reached out to them, and they're honored to be part of that. So so that's something we're definitely going to use.
Always great to have a focus group. There's a couple of artists on the label who send me tracks all the time. When they're in the mastering phase of putting the tracks together, and they'll send me stuff. What are you looking at? You're looking at a comment.
Yeah,
from
Sarah.
Sarah.
Every time she comes to one of our gigs, she's like, "Do time well spent."
She loves time well spent.
Favorite,
well, it's a good tune, and I like the video. The video looked like it was a lot of fun for you guys to make.
So much fun. And shout out to our friend Chris Chamberlain. He's the guy who plays the police officer in that.
Right.
and he's also the one who filmed it. So well, other than the stuff in the car, but he filmed with the drone, and he had his motorcycle. We got him a police shirt and set it all up to make him look like a cop pulling us over. So, and he was amazing in that. So yeah. So shout out to him for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it's a lot of fun making it. And the cool thing about it is that the video itself just wasn't you guys just, up there on the stage singing the song.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
it was about having a good time. And to me, that's what the song is all about, is two people having a good time with each other, and out clowning around, having a great time.
Well, I mean, I think that video is a testament to who we are as a musical duo. Like, we have so much fun together. Like, we work together, we're in plays together, we're together all the time, and we do music together, and we're best friends. And I think that video shows that we have so much fun, and when you come to our shows, you'll see that too. You'll have fun with us. Like, we play and we just have a good time.
All the plays you guys are doing, are they all musicals?
No. The last one we were in, it was called Bare Bones. And
it was like a nudie one, wasn't it?
Yeah. So the storyline is, it was about a couple that's rekindling their relationship by going back to a place where they first felt in love. So they go to this campground that they haven't been to for 15 years. And 5 years ago, it changed from a family campground to an alternate lifestyle campground. And they had no clue. So me and the other guy who
Randy,
played my husband, Randy,
a friend of ours,
we are like the prudes who are showing up at this place and like, oh my gosh, it's like National Geographic's out there. Everybody's naked. Nobody's wearing clothes.
It's so fun. So they had it set up. Sorry.
So funny. Yeah. It was so funny.
We actually had a full trailer, a pull-up trailer up there, and then we had a clothesline and hedges. So it looks, whoever was naked was walking behind those things, right?
Right. So who wrote the play?
Michael Grant from Elora. Is he from Elora?
I think so.
He came to the second show. So we got to meet him, which was super cool. And he writes from life experiences of these people that, this sort of stuff happened through different people he knew and what have you, and it was pretty cool to meet him.
And was this a local theater? Is this
in Hanover?
Hanover Community Players.
Yep, so, same place that we were in. We were both in the Sound of Music, Jess with Maria, and that. I think
I've done like 8. I'm gonna do the 9th one. So in the fall they have the School of Rock, which Terry
Marsh from Boiler Beach
is going to be in it. I don't know if he's announced anything, so I won't give away what he's doing in the play. So we'll keep that, under wraps. But he's amazing, and I'm gonna be the girlfriend of the
roommate.
So the guy who plays Jack Black in the movie, I'm the girlfriend of his roommate, who's
Sarah Silverman's character.
Yeah, who's
in the movie.
Give up your dreams. You're a dirty, lazy slob. Get
she's once again acting as the prune in the.
So is this play a rewrite? Is it a rewrite of the original?
So there was the movie School of Rock, and it was turned into a musical.
But it is Andrew Lloyd Webber who's written the music for it. So it's a Broadway musical that was put on. So I'm not sure what was first. I have a feeling that the musical was put on first, and the show, the movie was.
To the Googler.
After. Yeah.
So now this has been adapted for small theater then.
Yeah.
So
now how many seats is the Hanover Theater?
Oh my goodness.
300
something like that.
About 300. Yeah, close to 300, I think.
I'm surprised they're not taking this on the road where, they go around to different theaters doing it.
I think they could if it like, for instance, Sound of Music was such a big cast. There's like 42 people in that cast.
Right.
And then with the live band as well, it wasn't just done to backtracks or anything. So I think it would have been a lot.
It's great, but at the same time, it's not paid, so it's all volunteer.
Yeah, it's volunteer.
So it takes so much time. Like it's a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking about auditioning for this one for School of Rock. But I looked at it and I just looked at the schedule and like, oh my God. So let's say I did get the part, say, of Jack Black, Dewey's, like Jack Black's character. Let's just say. I'm like, oh my God, I'd be spending my entire summer learning songs and learning the guitar parts and rehearsals and just
much.
Yeah.
And it's a big time commitment, isn't it?
It's a big commitment, and especially when you're not getting paid, I had to kind of lesser of two evils, right? So
right.
Yeah.
Pros and the cons.
But
we have a question actually here by
Oh.
Dean Bow. He asked about singing at Walker's Landing. So we have sung at Walker's Landing before, and they very occasionally have music, live music played there. But it's such a small venue, and it's very, very loud. It's not like we might do something on the patio at some point. But we've also done like Harley's Pub, and we're playing at Wow Wings on the 11th
which is in Hanover
of July.
So we do play the restaurant circuit and stuff, but Walker's is good, as great of a pub as it is. They do get music in there once in a while. Like they'll have like an Irish band for St. Patrick's Day, things like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes like there'll be a private party where they'll ask someone to play it or what have you. However, the thing with Walker's is, as you know, you've been there, Ken. So it's long and narrow and really high ceilings. So the acoustics in there is horrible. I saw it too. Is horrible, right? For music, because if you get a good crowd in there, you can't hear the music over people talking.
Yeah.
Right. So it gets just kind of lost really in bad. If we have we have our music on obviously at the pub. If it gets busy in there, you can't even hear that there's music on.
Is the music on?
We don't even know because you can't hear. So that's one of the main reasons we don't play. Like Gail, the owner, loves us and definitely will hire us for that, something like that. But I don't know if she doesn't need a band.
And she's
that's the thing.
Right.
Walker's
she loves live music, but she so doesn't.
Now you guys,
Walker's is so busy that they don't really need it. They don't require a band to be there to bring in a crowd. They really don't.
Another place you guys have been is Jasmine's in Owen Sound, right?
Yeah.
Jasmine's is great. We were just thinking about maybe going back there again.
Yeah.
We'd stopped playing. I love Jasmine's. We love them, and we love the bands that they get in there and stuff like that. Yeah. It's just that we kind of, like I said, became close to our own area. Mm-hmm. We could go out. It's only about 45 minutes away. But smaller venues, longer hours. Yeah. Not, and no offense to Jasmine at all. Not the best of pay, and I'm not dissing them in any way. Like everyone's got the budgets and stuff.
Yeah.
But for us, it just was like for us to take off the night for work and the drive and the setup and just to play that long, it just didn't work out in our budget. So that's why.
Yeah, because that's a bit of a hike for you guys. That is a bit of a hike for you guys. You guys probably try to play more in the Hanover Walker.
Well, we want to make it worth our while. The way we look at it as servers, right? Like Fridays and Saturday nights are our bread and butter, but that's also when people want bands to play. So we have to make sure that it's worth our while, that we're getting paid the same amount or if not more than we would if on a night we'd be working, right? Yeah. We have to right. So we have to really consider that when we book a show.
Yeah. No, we're doing birthdays on, we have got Sundays where we don't work. So we've got a couple birthday parties that are booked and we're doing some music for those. Yeah. And we've got a wedding in September.
Which is
nice.
First wedding. Yeah. That'll be fun.
So I'm excited about, your first wedding.
And backyard private events are a big thing now too. I think a lot of times people will book an artist to play in their backyard because,
it is.
It just makes sense for people to do that for private parties or like you said, you're going to be playing at a wedding and, are you guys the entertainment for the wedding or are you guys playing special music for the wedding itself?
No, they're having the ceremony and then we're doing the music at the reception after. Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah, and it's great actually. Yeah.
And we have fun doing it. We have so much banter and we just have such a good time. So we're entertainment.
Yeah,
music.
That's right.
Well, having done, how much has doing theater actually had an impact on your live shows?
Quite a bit, actually. I think it opens up the shell a little bit. You've always been acting.
Yeah,
she's acting now.
There's a difference. Yeah, it's like I'm happy to be with you.
She's acting. She's such a good actor.
But the difference is when you are acting a character, you are someone else. So people looking at you, they're not watching Jessica. They're watching someone else portrayed by me, right? So I can be whoever I want to be on stage. I can act when I'm playing music or doing live shows or whatever. But the difference is people are watching Jess. People are like, oh, that's Jess singing, or Shane singing. So to me, it was way more nerve-wracking when I started doing just like singing with bands, because they were watching me. And then I was like, you know what? Now I'm like, oh, whatever. At work, I sing, and it's really not a big deal. I just have a great time with it. But at first, it was a little unnerving, and I was more nervous. But I wasn't really nervous for plays. Like, I just plays are just. It's just.
And when you're,
I love being on stage.
And I think too, like, I mean, like going back to what you're saying about acting compared to being in a band. You got these rock bands that are famous or whatever, bands that are famous, and they have this persona, right? Because people don't know them; they're famous. People, only their well-knit, family and friends know who they really are.
Yeah.
Here, you are who you are around here. So especially a small town, everyone knows who you are, right? Everyone comes into your work. They know you in a band. You know that you're in plays, whatever. So when you're on stage, for us, I mean, at least for me, I'm just myself, So I mean, but when you're on stage as a character, it's different. It's very different, right? Because you're not you. You are literally someone else.
I love it. I love pretending to be different people all the time. But I think that's who I am, though, right? Like, it's just so fun.
Yeah.
It's
Well, and when you're playing music, you're you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a different version of you, at least, anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if we're a different version of us, really.
Yeah, we're kind of goofy and dumb all the time.
You get what you see and hear, right? Yeah, we're like this all the time. Exactly.
We kind of act like idiots all the time.
We do.
You guys, have you guys thought about putting a band together?
Well, thought about that.
Actually, so we were we brought my son. We had to get our sound system.
Yeah, we were on sound today before Sauble Beach.
We had to get our sound system checked at Long and McQuaid, just because there was weird sounds coming from it, and we figured it out. The guy figured it out. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Don't let Shane sing. That's it.
I know. So we brought my son with us. He's 16, and he plays every instrument.
He's a very,
like drums,
very
ukulele,
very talented musician.
Yeah,
for 16.
and he was playing
multi-instrumentalist.
Had saxophone solos at school in his jazz band, and then he's playing a drum, solo during a piece right after in another band. Like, he just nonstop.
So we were just there today talking about like maybe bringing him on for some studio work. And he was
playing this really cool instrument.
I don't even know.
He's like, I love this thing. It's so cool. And I was like, wow, you play it so well.
Yeah.
But I was like, it'd be so cool to get him involved in the music and have him play.
But I mean, here's the thing. So the thing about getting in. And we were just talking about that today, and I just want to touch on that a little
guests,
bit.
Everyone.
Well, the guy next to you, to your left there, Jess. I mean, he's a multi-instrumentalist as well. He plays guitar, he plays drums, he sings.
Absolutely,
I do.
So you're moving in that direction, and you've been involved in music production for some time. You and Lars go way back doing this stuff.
Oh, way back, yeah. And
I play a pretty mean kazoo, though.
You do. And you're starting to work on ukulele now.
And my
So I mean, all the drumming on our songs, our original stuff is me doing the drums and all the guitar work.
Yeah.
And then Ryan does all the bass.
Well,
stuff.
if you guys play live, right? You think you could get Lars to play guitar, and you could get Ryan to play bass.
I mean,
then all you need is a drummer.
Yes and no. So I've talked to Lars about maybe bringing back Coach Sarah, but he's very happy just doing his own thing now.
Yeah.
Kind of being behind the scenes, and that's cool.
And we're 2 hours away.
Yeah, and that's it too.
Makes it hard.
And Ryan is so damn busy because he's not only he's with Zed, which is the Zeppelin tribute band. He's also with Journeymen of Soul, which is an awesome funk band.
Yeah, he's busy. He's busy.
But he's the busy dude. And I mean, I'm
talented.
I'm fortunate enough we're fortunate to have him, do our studio.
Well, maybe you'll meet some people like them up there.
Yes and no. I mean, and we do know other people. It's not that. It's just the way I look at it is this, and this is kind of looking at it as a business point of view. And there's the time, the commitment to get people to come to rehearsal. There's a rehearsal space because I'm in an apartment, right? Yeah, so we'd have to find rehearsal space. We have to find a drummer that has a rehearsal space.
So there's challenges.
You've got all these challenges, right? And then when you look at it too, then it also limits to where you can play. Right?
Yeah, you guys
Because,
have a lot
like,
more flexibility as a
so
duo,
much
don't
more
you?
flexibility. So as a duo, right, we can play these small venues, right, acoustically or what have you. And that's
Right.
why we got into playing with backing tracks, because it
Right.
allows us to open up to, like, bigger events as well, like in dance parties, because now we've got the backbeat. We sound like we're a full band.
Right.
And it works so well for us because we don't have to worry about commitment from other people, scheduling around other people's schedules. We work at the same restaurant. We know each other's schedules all the time. So
Yeah, so it's
just
easy for you
so
guys to
convenient
figure out
for
a
us.
show. It's easy for you guys to figure out a lot of
It's
things.
just
And the business model. I mean, you said it right there, Shane. It's a business model. You're not just
yeah,
doing this as musicians.
right.
You're running it like a business, like you
Yeah,
should,
absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
it's not just something you enjoy doing. It's something you
Right.
want to make money at doing.
Absolutely. And I mean we do okay with that. Like, and we put that money, we put it right back into the band.
Yeah.
We don't pocket it. We literally put right back into a band account, and whatever money we use it for band expenditures.
Yeah.
Right? Like new strings.
Travel.
Well, the taking Islam and Kuwait today, like if we needed, it was under warranty, but let's say we needed something that
Right.
wasn't covered, those sort of things are covering it, right?
Yeah.
Like she needed a ukulele, she wants to take up the ukulele, we bought that with band money. So these little things that
got
come
a
up,
strap today.
and she got a strap.
For
Well,
on.
my
the
ukulele.
ukulele be a lot
Ukulele.
of, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to add into the shows.
That's just
Yeah.
it, right? That's just
Yeah.
it. So like
I
these
can
little-
see. Okay, so my first challenge to you on the ukulele to sing it.
What's
What
that?
song? What song do you think I want to challenge you to learn?
I don't know.
Oh,
I know
tiptoe
July.
through the tulips. That one?
Well, somewhere over the rain,
Tiptoe through the tulips.
somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh.
Somewhere. Over
Yeah, but I want you to learn it on ukulele. Then you
There you
sing it
go.
while you're playing it on the uke.
There you go. See, challenge accepted.
That's
That's
there.
good. That's
There's
good.
your first song
It
to
takes
learn.
a lot of vocal.
There's
Yeah.
some really, really good
It's a
YouTube
good song.
videos. There's
Yeah.
some really good YouTube videos teaching you the ukulele for doing that song.
There you go.
Yeah.
So-
I know how to do the cup song.
Yeah. Oh, the cup
that-
song would be fun to do
on
too.
ukulele. I
Yeah.
know how to do July by Noah Cyrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a few that I've
So now you
But I
guys can
gotta-
write. Now you can
gotta
write
get
your
right.
own. Now you can
Yeah.
write your own Jason Mraz tune.
There you
There you
go.
go.
There you go.
well, maybe
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Jessica Bedard too.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Maybe
Well,
a-
whatever. Right. You guys
Yeah.
write a tune that features the ukulele.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
but
got some
but
ideas
also
of that, too.
features your great harmonies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And come up with this. I mean, I think of people like Jason Mraz when I think of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely, for
yeah.
sure.
Right.
I
mean,
I want to point out something though. So we do use backtracks, but we have like 7 or 8 of our own songs that we do live. And
I know.
we use our own
We use our own backtracks for that too.
that we have created. So Shane on drums.
Yeah.
And Shane doing like all the different parts, and we'll bring in bass by Ryan. But we've gotten that all put together so that we can have our own backtrack.
oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
we've been using that, which is so cool.
It's so
Well, there's
great.
nothing wrong with you guys using backtracks because
Yeah.
you guys made them.
That's just it.
yeah.
Like you
That's
made
us,
them look.
that's us
you-
actually playing.
Yeah, you made your backing tracks to enhance your duo show.
That's
Absolutely.
right. That's
and
right.
that's
Yeah.
why we did it. Like when we first started, we just did like when we first started playing at Jasmine's and
It
other
was
places.
his
what have you.
brilliant idea, by the way.
Oh, thank you, baby.
You're
You're so good. So anyways,
You're welcome.
yeah. So when we first started playing, we're doing acoustic stuff, and it worked, right? Because it was kind of like it was the setting. It was like just that chill vibe, right, of just the acoustic. And then we
Right.
started getting gigs, like we were asked to play like a dance for like
Yeah.
St. Pius Day at the Legion and stuff. It's like, well, we want people up and dancing, Like, I mean, the acoustic has its place, right? But for a dance, like we want people up. You need
Right.
that backbeat. You need that
It's
bass.
hard to
you
do,
need
I
that-
think you guys would be
Yeah,
fun.
you
I
try
think
to
you
do
guys would be
both
really
by
fun.
Madonna.
I think you guys would be really fun at a St. Patty's Day gig.
Oh, we had a
it was
blast,
fun.
man. We had so much fun.
Where did you guys do that? Where did you play at St.
The
Patty's?
Hanover Legion. Wasn't this past St. Patty's? It was the St. Patty's before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was that?
Something like happened, so they're not doing those events anymore, which is kind of bummy.
Kind of bummer, yeah. But
I heard you guys blew the place up. That's why they won't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody went nuts when you played there.
Oh, well, we set it on fire, don't you know? That's what you do on St. Patty's at the Legions.
People were dancing so hard, their feet caught fire.
I played the guitar so fast. They're fast guitar players there in Ireland that they just set my guitar right on fire. And that is crazy. No one knew what to do. So we just drank some more beers and we were okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was fun though. It's fun. Yeah,
I didn't have any.
So yeah, so that's what brought us into doing this whole backtracks. And I want to put a word out to another duo, Nuclear Vibes. They're the ones who introduced us to this backing track thing, and they did just for like kind of the jam on some songs. And they introduced me to this app called Jam Zone, and so I was really intrigued because I'm like, oh, that would be kind of interesting to try this, and yeah, so I brought it out, and it's like, I think it's like $30 a month, and that basically takes care of the royalties because it's studio musicians going in, re-recording the songs, and this app is great, like because it comes up on your iPad, and it has its own mixer, so you can like actually mix to the sound you want. So I'm like, the guitar sounds a little too loud, so I'm gonna bring that down or what have you. But and then you mute out the vocals so that we're singing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you mute out whatever instrument you want.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll mute out the rhythm guitar that I'm playing.
Yeah.
So I'll still be playing guitar and then us singing, and then the rest of the backing tracks is right there, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Do the harmonies.
And it's all done through our Bluetooth, and
so it's expanded. It's expanded your possibilities as a duo.
Oh, huge!
Absolutely.
So now we can play these small venues. We can play bigger.
But you can play small venues that maybe wouldn't pay enough to make it worth a trio or
That's just it.
Or a 5-piece. Right. So you can play those smaller venues still, make it worth your while to play them.
Right.
But deliver what you consider to be a superior product.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's just it. And then it comes down to this too, and this may sound kind of, in a way, greedy, but it goes down to the business aspect of it. Is that there's only 2 of us to pay.
Yeah.
Well,
we don't have to split that 5 ways.
Yeah. And the thing is that if you're creating your own backing tracks, that's a huge thing. It's different, right? And you're using licensed backing tracks for the other stuff.
Yeah, we're paying for the licensing. Right.
Yeah.
With our own stuff, that's us. That's like, it's not like we're.
So the cool thing about it is that the people that wrote the music, the publishers of that music, are still getting paid while you're getting paid.
Yes, they are.
Yes. Isn't that? I mean, that is the coolest thing ever, because that's a win-win situation, right?
Yeah. No one's getting screwed around here.
No, so when you guys are playing, you guys are buying those backing tracks. You're buying the licensing for them.
Yeah, that's the licensing. Our monthly fee. We pay a monthly fee to the app.
Right.
It gets updated. There's some songs that may not be on there because it's an American company, so there's not as many Canadian content, Canadian content.
Which get on it, Jam Zone.
But if you request it, and enough people request it, then they will add it.
Well, then here's the other thing you guys could do. He said, she said, backing tracks and put them out there on the app.
That's coming. Apparently that's coming.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So I get an email from them every once in a while, and apparently the ability to do that is coming.
It is.
Yeah, so you can actually add your own tracks to Jam Zone, so other people then can. Well, they can cover
so you could have other duos covering He Said, She Said songs
with their backing tracks,
and you're getting paid for it.
And then we would get paid for the royalties on that,
right? Because you own the publishing for that,
right? Exactly.
And so here's the cool thing about these backing tracks: if they're used appropriately and they're used through licensed organizations, it means that the rights owner is being compensated while you're using those tracks.
Right.
So there is nothing underhanded going on here, and everybody gets to win.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I'm totally fine with paying a fee. You know what I mean? Like, I have no problem doing that. It's,
right.
It's made our, honestly, it's one of the best investments I've ever made. And as far as bands go, and it's just, I mean, it's very convenient. Our band, like with just the 2 of us, we're on the same wavelength of where we put our money, the gigs we play, the systems we use, the backing tracks we use, even the songs we choose. we're so much on the same page. So it's a very
well, and you guys have worked hard you guys have worked hard not only to brand yourselves,
right,
but you're working hard to build loyalty amongst people that will follow you.
Yeah. We do our best. We do our best.
Right. And that's just by being, open and honest about what you do and open and honest about your music, right?
Yeah.
And you can't help but find that organic following.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we hope for. Like, I mean, we don't really have anything to hide. We are who we are, and we play the music we like, and we have fun with it.
It's so much fun when people recognize us too. They're like, "Oh, he said, she said," Oh, yeah. So then the other thing too is like at work. Sometimes I've got people who are like, "Hey, Jess, what are you gonna sing for us today?" And I'm like, "Well,
Deanbo thinks you guys are awesome.
Thanks, Deanbo.
Awesome. So I think if you guys ever wanted to, go on a little vacation to the East Coast,
he's already mentioned
he would be one of those people, and he knows some other people out there that would be instrumental in showing you guys around the scene there.
Amazing.
Is he near Lunenburg? Is he?
Maybe.
Where are you, Deanbo?
Maybe you guys could plan a work vacation on the East Coast.
I would love that. I would love to do some East Coast stuff.
Let's do it.
Because my friend Alex Achenbach, he lives in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia, and he was the lead guitarist in many bands I was in London.
Right.
In Boondoggle, in the Ultrasounds.
I've seen the pictures.
Great guitars and amazing dude.
There's some people out in Halifax that could hook you up.
Yeah. Hook us up, Deanbo. Hook us up.
They might be interested because of what you guys, you guys bring a cool duo.
Yeah.
Which would be great for playing some pubs.
Oh, we would love to do that.
It'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
Have a few things set up, and we'll go.
Or here's another really, really crazy idea. Right?
What is it? Tell us.
Take a trip over to the UK and play the pub circuit over there.
I would love to do that. I remember. Okay,
that is a crazy idea.
So I remember.
Isn't that a crazy idea?
This has been on my mind for years, to be honest with you, because back in the Coaching for Sarah days. Denny Gauthier, who worked with Sarah Smith, and he does his own stuff. So he's toured over in Germany with Sarah a few times. And I was getting our CDs were printed by him, and I was picking them up, and we're talking about this. I'm like, oh man, I would love to go to Germany. Like I need to pick your brain on how you guys do that. Blah blah. And he goes, well, go. Just go do it. And I said, well, here's the problem. Like I've got. The guys in the band, like one guy owns his own business. He doesn't want to leave that. One guy doesn't want to leave Canada at all. Like all these things. He goes, you're kind of the face of Coaching for Sarah. Why don't you just do it yourself? And I'm like, And I almost did. But then COVID happened. So so that went.
Yeah, we're not gonna say the C word.
Yeah, the C word. That's right. COVID.
I mean, I always tell people.
Now, why not?
I always tell people, if you're interested in doing something like that, talk to people that have already done it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So a good person for you to pick their brain would be Sarah Smith.
Absolutely.
Right. I mean, who knows? You might even get a job opening some of her shows.
That'd be great. I would love to work with Sarah sometime.
Yeah. So I mean, somebody worth reaching out to who's busy, who understands that whole circuit over in Germany, right? And,
she does.
And over in Europe. I mean, she plays last time she was over there was like 30 some odd days, and she played like 28 dates.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like just like every day almost, right? Like,
and the cool thing about over there is you're only just minutes from your next gig.
It's such a small country,
Drive
right?
5 minutes.
It's not like you like
across Canada tour.
I think the next gig might be an hour down the road.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so you can literally stay at one place.
Well, depending how you play it, right? And artists like that have gotten to the point where they have, there's someone over there that is as I understand it, I may be wrong, but I think she's a super fan, right? So someone who not only cares about the artist, but wants to do what they can to support the artist. Kind of like Michael Brandvold when he joined the KISS marketing team, right?
Right. Yeah.
Michael Brandvold was the very first super fan to get hired by a band of Kiss's stature,
right,
to manage all their digital marketing.
Right, he ran their fan page sort of thing.
Right, he ran what became Kiss Online, right? Back in the day when you had to write, internet by code, right?
Right. Very cool.
So some really cool stuff came out of that because here's a guy that was a super fan. Well, that's what happened with Sarah. She has someone over in Europe that is a very, very devout follower,
right?
Who now books her gigs for her.
Amazing.
There you go.
That's great. Yeah, and
she's got a local booking agent over there now who books her tours for her.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So could you guys imagine that, like meeting somebody like that?
Well,
says,
it looks like we may have Deanbo helping us out with the Halifax.
Well, there you go. I mean, somebody really.
You have your own pub? That's so sweet.
I don't know if he has his own pub.
No,
it's
the pub he.
I think he means the pub he goes to all the time.
It's the pub he drinks at.
It's my pub.
Yeah.
It's my pub.
Landing. I just happen to work there too.
I want to go
to the pub, Mom.
There you go.
I go to the pub.
He said you two would be perfect for my downtown pub called the Split Crow.
All right.
You know what? We'll do all your pubs, Dean. And you can you can book us.
Deanbo.
I don't own it. He said I don't own it yet.
You're probably invested in it.
You're gonna have to hook them up, Deanbo. If you want them to come out to the East Coast, you got to find them a booking agent out on the East Coast.
Yeah,
that'll book them a whole bunch of pubs over there. That makes it worth your while to go there on a workcation.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Deanbo, DM us our. He said, she said page, like DM us and we'll totally chat.
Yeah. What would be really, really cool?
They'd love to go out
now, here's a crazy idea. How
crazy is it?
So you guys know, do you know Cindy and Reiner Weichman?
Who?
Cindy and Reiner Weichman.
Why does that sound? No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, they live in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Okay.
They're from London, Ontario. Reiner was the best guitar luthier in London.
Oh, Reiner.
Yeah, Reiner.
I've had my guitars fixed by Reiner.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's a great guitar tech.
He's put his mojo on almost every guitarist,
Yeah. Honestly, he has. He really has, man. He's guitars a couple times.
He and Cindy moved from London to St. John's, Newfoundland.
Right. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And they have an Airbnb in their basement.
Oh.
Says
up, Reiner. And you can do my guitar sets before I go play.
And they play the pubs. And they play the pubs.
They play the pubs in the area. Awesome.
Maybe he's got extra strings you could borrow in case yours break on.
Maybe that would be great.
I mean, maybe they would entertain the idea of doing a whole bunch of pub gigs with another artist.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Anyway, I always like to think out there.
Yeah.
Out of the box.
I love those ideas because I would love to just it's kind of on my as a musician I've never played outside of Ontario.
Yeah.
Right.
So to have that it's kind of on my bucket list.
Yeah.
As as a teenager being in a band, I was always the one who wanted to jump in a van and just tour. Right. I don't not care about whether the circumstance or where it led me. It never happened. Right. The circumstance just didn't take me there. So it's kind of always been in my heart to do something like that. Right. Just screw it, pack up and just go do a tour.
And you know what? He's got family that lives down in Mexico, and we could totally go and play some.
There you go. Playa del Carmen. Hey, Playa del Carmen.
People down there.
Playa del Carmen. A guy that I know that was a musician went down to Playa del Carmen, spent the winter down there.
Okay.
And earned his keep while he was down there playing gigs every night.
Wonderful.
He had an acoustic guitar. He bought an acoustic guitar down there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he flew down there, bought an acoustic guitar down in Mexico, and then he messages me and he said, "I got a friend coming down and see me in a week. Can I borrow your gig bag?" So I had an acoustic guitar gig bag that had back straps. That's like a backpack.
Right. Yeah. I know what you mean.
So he wanted it so he could ride from town to town.
Right.
And that's what he did. He had a bicycle down there, and he put the guitar on his back, and he rode from town to town and played all these.
That is total commitment, man. I love that.
He played gigs at all these resorts down in Playa del Carmen all winter long.
Amazing.
Love
and it wasn't cold.
Yeah.
And it paid for his keep while he was down there. He got to spend the whole winter down in Mexico playing gigs, right?
Amazing.
And came back with money in his pocket.
Right.
Amazing.
There you go.
You know.
Well, I know I've always said that. I'm like, moving down to Mexico for me, I could get a bartending / server gig, and I could play music on the weekends. Exactly what I do now.
Right.
Down there, where it's beautiful weather all the time. Do the math, Shane. The math.
A resort.
Yeah, anywhere. It's beautiful weather.
That's right.
I'll busk. I don't care.
I already bought the tickets.
You bought the tickets, perfect.
Well, work at a resort. Work at a resort as a server, and then busk in your spare time down there.
Spanish.
I need to learn Spanish for sure. I definitely need to learn Spanish.
Dos cerveza, por favor. Right?
Oh
man,
man!
We can get Lenny Kravitz here this weekend. We can have you two. That's awesome. All
right.
Well, Lenny and I.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
Well,
he asked me if I'm going his way, and I said, yes, I am.
Well, we're at the top of the hour. Man, this hour went by really, really fast.
Always does. Always does.
Oh, man. What a great time having you guys on the show.
We love it.
Shane Sawyer. Sawyer.
All right, sorry. I'm sorry. What?
Shane Sawyer.
Shane
Sawyer.
Sawyer. Saw you later.
Oh
Shane
man,
Sawyer,
Sawyer.
Sorry, yeah. You stuck with me.
And Jessica Bedard Masse. You guys are killing me.
Oh, that's what
You're killing us. That's the joke.
You're the one who can't pronounce my name.
Oh man. Well, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight on the Indie Show. Hope you'll join us again soon. I'm away for I gotta.
Yeah, you're going on a little bike trip.
Yes, 30 days. 30 days on the road, man.
Amazing.
All the way out to Abbotsford, and then hop on the ferry and ride in Vancouver Island for 4 days.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And then back across the ferry up to Whistler, up around Prince George, down the Icefield Parkway.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Through Banff and Jasper and Yoho National Park.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we're going to see some amazing sights out there.
Man. Well, I'm sure you'll be posting lots of that on Facebook too. So
I will be. I'll be vlogging every day, and I'm actually writing a book about the trip.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. My son picked up his motorcycle license today.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting
joining you.
Here's an interesting fun fact. The two guys going with me.
Yeah.
The oldest one is 81.
Amazing.
And the other one is 70. I'm the baby.
You're the baby in this, eh?
I'm the baby in this.
That's
wild. I turned 65 last year, so I got a few bucket list things. This is one off the bucket list this year.
That's awesome. Good for you, man.
And it was supposed to be across the U.S. this year, but things are kind of like wacky-doo down there.
Yeah, man. I'm honestly, I don't want to even, like, there was a few places on my bucket list I wanted to see. Like, I wanted to go to New Orleans. I wanted to go to Nashville.
Well,
but everything's going on right now. I'm like, no.
Maybe next year things will calm down.
Yeah, not right now.
Let's give it some time. We'll see what happens.
You know what, man? There's so much to see in Canada. I mean, with your as a biking tour, oh my God, like it'll be amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going to get to see some of the greatest parts of Ontario as well, because we're traveling up over the head of Lake Superior.
Oh, that'll be great. Yeah, that'll be.
So we'll take that all the way up to a highway called 622, which goes north up to Dryden.
Okay, that's up there.
Yeah, so we'll be traveling. We'll be going to Thunder Bay and Kakabeka Falls, all those beautiful places you hear about it through. And then we'll be riding through the Agawa Canyon, which is an experience unto itself. It's the closest you're going to get to mountains in Ontario.
Right, yeah, because it's still Ontario. You'll be traveling a while before you leave Ontario. I drove out to Edmonton, and we went through the States in the bottom of the Great Lakes because it was short. And about 18 hours into our trip, we're like we drove for 18 hours straight. And then we say, okay, we better stop. And
right.
So, and we were still in Ontario. 18
Cole's
hours.
Cole's
18 hours later, we were still there.
Cole's notes. Day one is in Parry Sound.
Okay.
Day 2 is in Sault Ste. Marie. That's July 1st. We're going to be celebrating on the river.
Nice.
They have fireworks on the river. It's just absolutely gorgeous down there. So I'll get some video of that show as well. And then on the 2nd of July, we're in Marathon, which is the northern tip of Lake Superior.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 3 days.
And, 3 days just to get to Marathon.
Ontario.
And then day 4, we're in Thunder Bay.
Still Ontario.
And then we're going to see the Terry Fox Monument and all that cool stuff.
Awesome.
And then we're going to go to Kekabeka Falls, and then 622, which is supposedly the most scenic drive in northern Ontario.
Aww.
And that will go up. Great. That's about I think it's about a 68 kilometer, but the roads are like a dog's leg.
Right. Yeah. It's all over.
Yeah. So it should be a lot of fun. Lots of twisties on that.
Oh, that'll be fun.
That highway.
Well, you be careful, young man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look
man.
out for those other drivers.
That's right.
Eyes in the back of the head, brother. Eyes in the back of the head.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Well, listen, I got to scoot.
It's
been great having you guys on the show. Shane Sawyer, Jessica Bedard Masse from He Said, She Said on Indie Tunes Records.